Well, hello there. All right, let's go over uh, some things here. I've worked for DoorDash for quite some time, and I am here to help life go right. All right, first of all, you ever get that order? And this is to customers and dashers. You ever get that order where uh, it says 31 items? All right, and uh, now you can't even see what 31 items is. And so it comes across your screen as 31 items. Okay. And it has the restaurant name and the price. So this is an example of a true order that happened to me the other day. Taco Bell. Okay. And it was like $6.76. But I only had to go like 2 miles. Not a big hairy thing, I thought. Okay, I don't normally take orders that small because it's not worth starting my car up. I usually take my SUV or van, and they're 8 cylinder, so they burn a lot of gas. I do a lot of banquet service and catering for DoorDash, but this order came across the other day, and you go 31 items for $6.76. Well, first of all, most dashers are going to turn that order away. And it's going to bounce around and bounce around and bounce around. And Taco Bell is one of the absolute worst places to have to pick an order up from. I don't care if there's 3 cars in a parking lot or 23 cars in a parking lot. It's going to take forever. And if a dasher decides to go through drive-thru, which I do not do drive-thru, not even after hours, I will clock out. Because it's too much trouble when I get the order wrong. You say, okay, you got everything? Let's go over it. And they hand it to you. And they've checked the bag, looked in there. Yeah. And everything that's on the receipt. And then you leave, and then you can't get their attention. They're busy playing on the phone, laughing and giggling. There's 1 or 2 employees after 10 o'clock at night. And you bang on the window. They don't want to listen. You honk your horn. They're not listening. You wave your hand. They don't listen. You drive around, have to wait in line behind a whole bunch of other cars to get whatever it is that is missing. It's just a living nightmare. Okay, so I just don't do drive-thrus because I think that's for the drive-thru customers. We do delivery. We need to be in the store, picking it up in person and going over it with a rep. We're not supposed to be touching the food and looking inside to see that it's the right thing. That's up to a representative of the restaurant. So I get this order the other day, and I'm going to tell you what happens on orders like this. Now, if you were to go through the drive-thru and you had this order, let me tell you how this order was. 31 items, but 25 were hot sauce packets. Okay? 1 kind of hot sauce packets. The rest of the items, 6 items, were $1 type items. And let me tell you what happens when you do something like that. First of all, they don't want to give you but 1 or 2 packets per 6 items. They're not giving you 25 hot sauces for 6 items. It's not happening. And these little dollar items like the chicken quesadilla wrap thing, that they just fold it in half, okay, and a little tortilla. Dollar burritos, whatever. You've lost your mind, because let me tell you what's going to happen. First of all, the dasher is going to be not happy, because if it goes through drive-thru, they have to ask for 25 hot sauce, and you know what's going to happen? They're going to bill you for it. there's a lot of restaurants I go to where they say, okay, I want, 6 ketchups, and I want, 5 mustards, I want 10 salsas, I want this, that, the other. And Chick-fil-A and Wendy's is the worst. In Pensacola, I said, oh, can I get another pack of ketchup? They only put 1 in the bag. As I said, well, they have a burger and a fry. They might want ketchup on the burger and a ketchup for the fry. And the only way I want to eat fries is dipping in ketchup. If I eat fries, I'm not a fried food person, but if I'm going to eat fries, I'm dipping it in ketchup, okay? I like a lot of ketchup. So I don't blame the customer, but what happens is when I said, okay, can I get 1 more pack of ketchup for this burger and fry order that, you just paid like $10 for, they get mad and they say, okay, we have to charge for each one. And that's what they'll do. So when you hand them that red card, they're going to charge for those extra sauces. 25 hot sauce for 6 items is insane. Anybody that's ordering that on DoorDash is an idiot. Because first of all, the Dasher is going to turn this order away for $6.76. I promise you, especially with the new app update where it says no tip from the customer, 0 tip. I promise you, by the end of that order, you better pray you're throwing a cash tip. If you have the money to order for delivery, please have the decency to tip cash at the end of the delivery. I know a lot of these delivery companies hijack tips or whatever, but DoorDash has a new thing now. And trust me, they're not going to lie about 0 customer tip. That's true story. 0 customer tip shows up on the app now after you deliver. Not before, after. So, if you ask Dasher, well, did you get your tip? No. We don't know till we slide delivered. And obviously we're not going to slide delivered until we see your face and give it to you and make sure you're a happy camper and all. And then we slide delivered. We don't have a choice. Unless you get put on timeout, then you got so much time to come get that order, and you better find that Dasher because that food's going to be gone. But what'll happen is, I've had this on Mexican food orders too, where the customer has ordered like extra rice and extra this and extra that, and there's no charge. When they order that, it just says, notes to the driver, pickup driver, get extra rice, get extra this, get extra that. Well, let me tell you what happens to it. We paid with the red card to the restaurant, and they're going to charge us for your extra rice, your extra sauce, a different salsa, this, that, and the other. I don't care what you ask for, if it's steak or if it's additional plates or whatever. Most of these restaurants are charging for it. They charge us. And, the order amount might say, $10.50 or $30.50. These restaurants are going to charge, okay? And what'll happen is, it gets approved by DoorDash, and you run that card, and then later on your account, they're going to dock your personal account as a customer for that extra money. And there's nothing you can do about it because you ordered it, you authorized the order, and you can fight with them all day long, and I promise you, it's your own fault. So, keep doing silly stuff like this, and you will drive the Dashers away. They will bounce this order around. Every driver that's working on that shift will bounce that order back and forth, because nobody wants to go do an order with 31 items thinking it's, oh, geez, this is a banquet order. I'm not doing 31 items for $6.76 because we can't see what's in the order until we accept it. So play that game and see what happens. See how long it takes you to get your food. They're not, if we go through the drive-thru, they're not giving us 25 hot sauces, okay, for free. It's not happening. Not for 6 $1 items. It's just, I'm telling you. So I'm giving you, the customer, fair warning, and I'm letting the Dashers know in fair warning. When it says 31 items at $6.76, don't depend on any extras, guarantees, extra tips, whatever, because it's probably just going to be $6.76. And is it worth it? Gosh, if somebody's delivering to me at my work or my home or while I'm on vacation to a hotel, I want to tell you, I would feel terrible, you know. And I always tip. I mean, that's a known fact. If you've ever ordered Pizza Man in your life, you tip. I don't care if it's $1, $2. You always tip the delivery person. Okay. And I would never tip on an app. One, because I was in the food and beverage business for many, many years, and I don't want my tips through the business because when I worked in a Mexican restaurant in California, and they changed to the tipping wage, which was like $1.10 per hour for servers. I was working in a Mexican restaurant in a mall that was really a busy, popular place. Their food was not real cheap. It was, an upper scale type place, and it was slammed. I'm like, man, I want to work this place. I will make a ton of money. And then they changed to that tipping wage of $1.10 an hour. And let me tell you what happens. All the customers' tips on the credit cards go through the computer and have to go on your paycheck. You don't get your tips at the end of the shift. And then they take tax out of it right there, because out of your pay and your tips. And your paycheck's a joke. When you get your paycheck, you could do 50 hours a week and you will get a check for about $35. And then they also grade your tips. So if you have a large party and they order $125 worth of food, then whatever the basic tip percentage is for that city, state, area, the restaurant will dock your pay for that, assuming that you're getting tipped that much money. And there's people that don't tip that much money. They don't understand what tipping is. There's countries like the Philippines, they don't tip. Oh no. They don't understand tipping. If you ever serve J1s, at restaurants in the United States, have you ever seen one tip? I haven't. Not yet. Because it's just something they don't do. It's a very poor country. So a lot of people don't know about tipping. A lot of people just won't tip because they're, one-way pockets, zipper pockets, okay? They saved every penny of their life. That's why they're millionaires. But, tipping is a gratuity. It means thank you. I appreciate your service. You worked really hard. You made our evening wonderful. Your personality was great. You picked the right things for us to eat. You gave us the right advice on what is great to eat and how to order it. It's a thank you. Some people don't have the money to tip, and a good thank you is just as well. But remember, if you were like me, making $1.10 an hour tipping wage in the state of California, when they started that, man, I'm not making nothing. I'm literally gone bankrupt to go to work. It's a good thing I didn't have children back then, because there would be no way I'd be able to pay my daycare or whatever else. And I was lucky I drove a 4-cylinder little car. I'd had a little convertible. Mother God, I don't know what I'd have done, especially if I had to drive an hour to work. Okay, which I didn't. I only had to drive about 20 minutes to work back then. And then try to find parking at a mall. But let me tell you, please think about what you're ordering, because they're going to charge you, and they have a legal right to charge you because that's your agreement with DoorDash as a customer. So think about what you're doing and don't be so silly, okay? Because if you want, send a private message to the Dasher that you would like to have those extra sauces or something. But we can try to get it. Now, I keep my own back stock of sauces, salts, peppers, everything, because a lot of restaurants won't give you plates or napkins or forks or cups or sauces or ketchup or salt and pepper. Fine dining restaurants. It's shocking. When you've got a to-go order that's $50 and up for like one meal, and they can't come up with a couple napkins, I had a big pizza from a place, and it was like $35 for the pizza. And I said, okay, do you have like a few plates and some napkins and some peppers and cheeses? Because I don't want to deliver the pizza without that. The customer didn't ask for that, but I mean, that's a typical. Somebody's going to probably put Parmesan cheese on their pizza. Somebody may put hot peppers on their pizza. I want to make sure they've got what they want. They might be in a hotel. They might be in a newly rented apartment or house, and they don't have any dishes. They don't have electric on yet. Who knows? Be prepared. Okay. So, it might be somebody traveling and they're in a hotel with no kitchen and no way to heat food up. So they're really excited to have you deliver. So be prepared with what you need. But it's insulting when a restaurant refuses, and they go, oh, we don't have to-go plates. We don't have napkins. Or they want to give you one napkin for a humongous pizza. Really? Oh, we don't have cheese and peppers. Well, why are you making pizza? If you don't have Parmesan cheese to-go packets and pepper packages, that's why places like Papa John's and Pizza Hut and all that beat you, because their price is way cheaper and they offer these things free. You know? So I end up using my stuff. I keep styrofoam plates. If you go to my blogs and look up, how to be ready to deliver my delivery supplies and see what I carry. I'm not kidding. I am ready to roll. I got it covered all different ways. I carry napkins. I carry, plates. I carry cups, all kinds of things. And so when a restaurant is being a butt, or I know they don't give the extra stuff, I make sure to load it in my special little gift bag. And I always keep some kind of treats, some mints or whatever, so that the customer can have that after their dinner. It's done in fine dining. They bring you the check and they bring you some mints. That's a courtesy thing. It's to be expected. It's working for the tips. So, yeah, I invest extra money. Now it's tax write-off. Supplies are tax write-off, but not every dasher's going to do that. And when I'm driving my bigger cars, they're 8-cylinder. They burn some fuel. I want to make sure I have enough room for all my stuff. I want it set up nice and neat, so if the customer sees my vehicle, it's clean and tidy, and they see that I'm a serious, delivery person, because I have coolers with ice. I have a variety of coolers. I have coolers for ice cream, coolers for drinks. When they order salads that are supposed to be cold, you always ask, is it a cold salad or a hot salad? I put them on ice. If it's a hot salad, I put it in a hot bag. If it's a sushi, you ask them, is this a cold sushi or a hot sushi? They'll tell you. And you know what to put in there. I promise you, you order ice cream from me, your ice cream will not be melted. I don't care if it's 110 degrees outside. You order drinks from me, I promise you, your drink's going to be straight. You'll love them, okay? They're not going to be full of ice and only a little bit of drink. They're going to be ice cold when you get them, too, okay? I don't go into your food and examine it, that the restaurant examines it. That when I leave the restaurant, I have everything that's on that list. I promise you. Okay? I work hard to please because I'm trying to work for those cash tips. Trust me, we get paid pennies for a lot of these orders. It's ridiculous. And people take advantage of it. If you can't afford to order and tip your dasher, think twice, because it's not fair to us. We are working for those cash tips. Okay? I think all you dashers will agree. I think customers will agree. It's a luxury to have food delivered to you, especially when you can pick the restaurant. Okay? We don't deliver from just all to-go joints. So we deliver from some very high-dollar places, too. Very upscale dinner houses. And just because you're not going to eat there, or you're not going to go get it, we're going to get it. We're fighting the weather. We're fighting the traffic. We're fighting the idiots on the road. We're waiting and waiting for your food to be prepared. Okay, when we can be doing another delivery. We're trying to find your house. We're not taxi drivers. We don't know every address in every place in the whole place of every city. We don't. We're not Uber and taxi drivers. We're just food delivery people. We're just like you, a regular person that's out trying to do a little extra job and make a few extra pennies. Generally, delivery people make very good tips. I make usually very good cash tips, but it's very disappointing when somebody orders $50 and $100 worth of food from me, and I've got to wait 35 minutes for their food at the restaurant, and I'm there before I'm even supposed to be there, and I'm getting delivered before it's even supposed to be delivered, and I get zero cash tip. Okay? So there it is. I hope you enjoy this. I hope you understand this better. If you're a customer, don't order an extra bunch of stuff, because that order is going to be so danced around by delivery people. They'll refuse it, and it'll take forever for you to get that food. So don't play games, because we can't see the whole entire order till we accept it with DoorDash. I don't know about these other things, but we can't see it. So be ready to be charged for it. Because you do that with me, and I think it's a game, I'm going to make it go through the restaurant and let them charge me for all these packets just because you think it's a game. Because you think you're going to pay this because you're not going to. That's abusive, especially when I go there and there's no tip. There's no tip on the app, and you don't offer cash tip, and I've delivered to you way before the delivery time. And I had to sit and wait 25 minutes to get it at a clown around to-go joint. So I hope that helps you. And customers, please respect the Dashers, because we're here to deliver good, and we're here to help life go right. So please appreciate your Dasher, your delivery person, no matter who they deliver for. It's a luxury, okay? It is a luxury. They do not get paid that much money. And there's a lot of tax deductions. Those come quarterly or at the end of the year. Don't think everybody's making a ton of money, okay? Because we're not. We'll make money if you tip us cash money, okay? Even $1 tip, $1 tip, that makes such a difference. Okay? I get tips on average $10 to $20. Okay, on my orders, really and truly. Because I'm the ultimate service. I have salads on ice. I have flatware. I have extra plates. I have Parmesan cheese and peppers. I have dressings. I have butter. I have honey. Whatever you might need to go with your food that I think that you will use with your food, by God, I'm going to have it and give it to you. And I'm not going to let you pick it. I will put it in my little gift bag and a couple treats and a very nice thank you note. Okay? I pay for that. DoorDash doesn't pay for that. So please respect that, and please respect your driver. Be nice to the driver, because they don't want to come back, and they'll report you. And I report to DoorDash twice if you are dirty to me and evil. I will. I'll report it upon delivery in my comment section, and I will send a letter to DoorDash and let them know who you are and what you've done. Because DoorDash won't allow it. You want to be horrible to the drivers and give bad ratings because you're a horrible person and just abuse the system, you will be removed. And go use somebody else. Use Uber Eats and pay them by the mile for your food. Go use Caviar, which is now purchased by DoorDash, which is one of the more expensive delivery options, or Waiter. DoorDash has a lot of cool deals. They have the $9.99 a month, unlimited deliveries, okay? That's free deliveries. You can't afford a tip? Oh my gosh. Please. Okay? Think about it. Because we love you, and we love the great customers. I would say that 95% of the customers are wonderful people. And, they'll tip $1 and up per order cash in person, which is really neat. But when we see that coming through the app now, which we can see it on DoorDash, the customer tip is 0, and DoorDash is not lying about that. So that I would be embarrassed. I would be so embarrassed if somebody delivered to me and I paid a 0 customer tip and didn't tip them. I paid like $6 for them to come, all the way across town and sit there and wait on my food and pack it up and try to find my place where I live. Oh, please. That's just rude. You need to get a skateboard or a scooter or walk or something. Pay for an Uber or go get your food because that's mean. All right, so everybody have a great day. I hope customers understand better. I hope dashers understand better. But when you get that bill as a customer for your silly order, don't be whining about it because you did it, not us. They can't afford to give you 25 hot sauce for 6 items that are $1. Okay? Think about it. Have a great day. Save some money. Take care of those dashers. All right, because we love you and we want you to love us too. Have a great one.